Hey Metalheads, welcome to another band review here at Metal Academics. Who is the band?
Tonight it's Sonata Arctica from Finland.
Right on.
Yes, actually from northern Finland, to be very, very specific, from the town of Kemi. The name of the band includes the word Arctic or Arctica because it is so far away. It's close to the Arctic Circle. Yeah, so it is really from the land of ice and snow, to quote another song. So this is another Finnish band, and I think we kind of evenly split between a lot of Swedish bands and a lot of Finnish bands. But we cannot have a channel that's dedicated to power metal without bringing up Sonata Arctica. Do you know anything of it?
A little bit. I don't listen to them regularly, but I know they're from Finland, and I know they've been they're big players on the scene, and they've been recommended by quite a few people on the channel.
Exactly. I actually listened to them quite a lot, maybe in the early 2000s. And this is also why this particular selection is only going to cover that time when I actively listened to the band, which is, again, between 2000 and 2004-05.
Good era.
Good era. The beginning
metal.
of the band, good year in the metal. And of course, that doesn't mean to say that there's not much more to Sonata Arctica. To this day, they have released 10 studio albums. So this is like a teaser, if you want, or episode 1 maybe of Sonata Arctica. It does not claim to cover the entire discography, just that early part when I was an active listener. So I think we can start by playing the first song called Full Moon. It belongs to the first album called Ecliptica, launched in 1999, and probably this is one of the best first albums of any band. It was very difficult for me to pick any song. I was very split between my absolute favorite on that album, which is the Eighth Commandment, and this one. But in the end, I picked this one, not in the least because it is the most perennial song in their concerts. If there's one song they always play, it's this. It's a fan favorite, and it has a very good fan video, I believe.
Cool.
So I will not say anything more. We will see what it is about. It's kind of amusing, but the name is Full Moon, and it gives a little bit away of the topic.
Moon.
Sitting in a corner all alone, staring from the bottom of his soul, watching the night come in from the window. It'll all collapse tonight. The full moon is here again, in sickness and in health. Understanding, so demanding, it has no name. There's one for every season, makes him insane to know.
skeleton sword.
The fan video is pretty good. It shouldn't include anything about vampires because obviously this is about a werewolf. I think it's actually quite funny. Like he preys on his beloved. She should not lock the open door. I think it's so funny. Probably the cheesiest background vocals in the whole metal. Run away, run away, run away.
Yeah, that's I'm thinking. I was just checking the name of. I don't remember any of these punk bands, but I was thinking like this sounds like The Used a bit. Like it has this this because that was also around that era, early 2000s. It was kind of like this punkish. It has that. I like the galloping riff.
And the dialogue, what I like very much, and probably it will be a theme for all the songs, is the dialogue between the keys, run by Tony Kakko, who is also the lead singer and is the constant member of the band on all albums, and the guitar by Jani Liimatainen, if I pronounce that correctly, who left the band around 2007, if I remember correctly. But the period that I was into the band, they were both active, and I really, really enjoyed the dialogue, the keys picking up the solos of the guitar picking up on the keys, sometimes competing, sometimes meshing, and I think it's a trademark, if you want, of the band. So the dialogue between Tony and Yanni. But that was Full Moon, a fan favorite. I think if you were to be at a concert and this would be played, you'd have a totally different vibe than sitting here and watching a video. Anybody who has seen Sonata play live, they know when this song is coming is complete madness.
Yeah, it's sing-songy.
It's sing-songy, totally, very melodic. And that's another sign of the band. Always the melodies are fantastic. So that's kind of the debut Ecliptica with this song on. I really like all the songs. It's kind of a mishmash in terms of the album or concept, but individually all the songs are really very good. Almost all the songs. Who are the mastermind of Tony, the vocals and the keyboardist. He's also the composer primarily. And if you see them, you realize that probably one of the idols, Tony's idols, is Tuomas from Nightwish.
Not surprised.
But more than anything, I think is Jens Johansson from Stratovarius, a band that we have reviewed and a band that I also really very much love. In fact, I think in 2003, Jens Johansson was invited to play the keyboard solos on Sonata Arctica's album because they were just so inspired. Stratovarius was founded in 1985. These guys they are founded in 95, first album 1999, so they're like pulling that inheritance. And it is more visible on Ecliptica, this album, or the song that we just listened to, than in subsequent albums that we are going to check out. So they are pretty quick at turning out new album. So the next song that we're going to listen to is called Wolf and Raven. And again, wolf. Theme. Yeah, the wolf is very often a symbol, if you want, of the band. Appears on a lot of posters, t-shirts, and so on. I remember that this is actually how I found out about this band. I was renting an apartment or a room rather from a guy, and his walls had a lot of Sonata Arctica. I was like, what is this band? What is this wolfy band? Oh, it's like a white wolf. Oh, you should definitely check it out. And yeah, he got me into this band. It was actually quite fun to discover it through the album art. Funny, but it worked.
Not the only time.
Exactly. I'm a sucker for album art. Iced Earth is another one that I really enjoyed. They're pretty designs. But let's listen to Wolf and Raven. This is much more, I think, more Sonata, like in their full, without too much Stratovarius, without too much Nightwish influences and so on. Like this is their own style. This comes from the album quite interestingly called Silence. From 2001, if I'm not mistaken, and it is towards the end of the album. Normally, a lot of the good songs are at the beginning. This is my absolute favorite from that album, and one of the best songs I think they've ever written. Yeah, kill me in the comments, give it to me. I know this is going to be up to discussion, but it's one of my favorites they've ever put together. So it's the 12th song on that album that has 13 songs. So Comes at the end, but it's definitely worth to listen to. So Wolf and Raven.
Let's hear it.
We have to breathe at the end of this gallop.
Yeah, I like the keys a lot.
Yeah.
I like the keys there.
And the drums remind me of their cover of "I Want Out," one of the battles we featured a while back. Remember, like those are do 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 do. Actually, one of the founding members of the band is the drummer Tommy Portimo. If I pronounce that again, all the Finnish names may trick me with the accent, but Tommy in any case. It was very punkish and very, 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 very fast. Everything is breathtaking tempo.
I was thinking about I think for me as a sort of outside listener, you could put this style kind of, as you said, in the Stradivarius Nightwish type of tempo,
Tradition,
the whole thing. But I think also the lyrics, who sings about wolves and ravens, is different from battles and knights, right? And I think,
well, Orden Ogan had a whole album about Ravenhead.
And I would put them closer to this than in more of the sort of, more kind of thrashy.
Yeah, definitely. It's a melodic tradition.
So there's something interesting there. I was thinking about the lyrics as he was singing, like, okay, you have a nightmare about the wolf and the raven. This just wouldn't appear in other genres of metal. So I wonder if that's something that the lyrics can be a sign of grouping certain bands together.
The themes, they're very famous, and probably the reason why I anticipated that I'm going to maybe be criticized in the comments by some of you, and feel free to do so absolutely, is that their most famous, most played songs are ballads, real power ballads. Not your cup of tea. But if you should ever want, for any reason obscure, or if you should be if you should choose a poison and they say choose one, then probably the most accomplished ballads come from Sonata Arctica. I think their most played song on Spotify, on YouTube, and a major reference is called Tallulah, and is a ballad about this is a woman's name. And it's super, super romantic. And they have lots of others. Probably the one ballad that I listened to for a while was Letters to Dana from their debut album, which is also very odd. The lyrics are very odd, but the song is very beautiful. It's very melodic. So yeah, if anyone is into power ballads, into metal ballads, Sonata has your back absolutely all the way. And if you should choose to play this, I think I've read in some comments from some other sites that people play this at their weddings and so on. Yes. So not Wolf and Raven. I don't think it's a wedding favorite, but a lot of the ballads.
More metal should be in wedding receptions. I've been a big proponent of this for a long time.
Actually, this is maybe a side comment, but what is happening now with metal is quite interesting. I was reading an article in a metal magazine called Louder just yesterday, actually, and they were commenting on the revival of metal at the hand of TikTok and Instagram and YouTube influencers. All songs that nobody remembered, 2000, who listens to something from 2001 in this generation. But influencers, and they give many names, people who react, maybe a little bit like us and so on, they bring a new touch, a new take, a new visibility to old metal, and they become, the new generation becomes quite enthralled by this new genre, because there's usually like a valley of forgetting when it comes to metal in the young generation, but apparently there is a hope brought about by social media. So I think such occasions like official ceremonies and so on, radio play, like this Sonata would get radio play compared to many other bands that are
especially in Finland.
In Finland,
yeah, for sure. I think if you played this for people who were in the kind of early 2000s, this punk emo type of scene, it would totally take off.
Emo, which is a genre I almost forgot about.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're entirely emo, but the punk and emo crowd kind of rolls together.
They would enjoy. I enjoy the punk rhythm, and as I mentioned before, the dialogue between the keys and the guitar. Fantastic. And by the way, Yanni, the guitarist, left Sonata and went on to be the founder of another band that I really love, Insomnium. So yeah, he's had it. He has the magic touch that I really enjoy. Anyway, to wrap it up, this early years of Sonata review, we will tune in to a live show. This is an official DVD, so the sound quality should be quite good. And we're going to listen to a song called Victoria's Secret. which is obviously a little bit funny because it's a play on the brand name, but has nothing to do with that. Thankfully, nothing.
She has many secrets.
She has so many secrets, Victoria. One of them we will listen to in this song, and let's listen, and I'll talk more about this afterwards. But definitely, it's a live performance.
Victoria's Secret! Ja nyt pitää laulaa mukana. The light escaped her.
full pack house in Finland, I think, somewhere, but maybe I'm wrong.
The Finns.
Yeah. Finland, actually, they sent another metal band at Eurovision this year, but they didn't win this time. So metal should be absolutely everywhere in Finland. I have yet to visit to find all these metalheads, but it's a nice place to be for a metal fan, definitely. Anyway, so this was from an album from 2003, Winterheart's Guild, and that album also has another very, very cool song called The Cage, but I decided to not play this one because it would be too similar to Wolf and Raven, but that's a really fast-paced, really strong song too from that particular album. Did you see a guitar, like a keyboard?
Yeah, that was cool. It's obviously been used.
Yeah.
I like how the one guy had on his guitar, he had a vodka sticker. Just vodka.
It's Finland after all. Maybe I'm prejudiced. So they have this sound that is heavy on the keys, and I think a lot of the Finnish bands that at least we've reviewed have a lot of these. So we have Nightwish, of course, Stratovarius, probably the fathers of keyboards. Even Battle Beast. If I remember correctly, Battle Beast also has a guitar.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I think maybe there's a sound that comes from that part of Finnish metal that is kind of represented or partly shaped as well by Sonata Arctica.
I know Ailstorm uses one as well.
It's kind of 80s sound to me.
Yeah, for sure.
So they keep it modern because they have the counterbalance with the guitars, I think. But it's a funny rarity these days to see this in play. But well used as well, like in
Yeah, they should make a Guitar Hero version.
Maybe
with a
they even
guitar.
have it. Maybe they even have
probably
it.
Do.
I haven't been really up to date. But yeah, definitely that's really very cool to see the switch. Sometimes you cannot even tell exactly when one instrument begins and the other one takes over, like the guitar, keyboards, classic keyboards, or guitar. So I like this kind of holistic perspective. So yeah, that was the choice of 3 songs from Sonata Arctica. I could have chosen definitely many more others just from the first era when they were they were labeled at Spine Farm Records. But we only have 3 songs, so these are the choices. Let me know in the comments if I should have chosen something completely different. I know that there are many opinions about best songs and best albums and so on from this band. So let me know, of course, what your opinions were. And yes, that's kind of where I think we can put a period for now, at least for the Sonata Arctica early days.
Yeah, it's cool. Viewers of the channel will know it's not exactly my favorite type of metal. I like the keys, I like the riffs, but yeah, for some reason it just doesn't connect with me personally. But
it's totally fine. I'm sure that there will be an interesting array of tastes that hopefully will be reflected in the comments very much so, as usual.
Definitely.
But yeah, in the meantime,
may your swords stay sharp.
And your quest end in glory.